Welcome to the 2021 Veterans Day Assembly. Tomorrow is not an ordinary day off to just relax and have fun. We need to take the time to reflect and appreciate the sacrifices of our veterans that have helped maintain our country's sovereignty and liberty.
November 11th is not just any normal day. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, in the year 1918, the First World War finally came to an end. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as a national holiday, originally referred to as Armistice Day. Now, 100 years later, November 11th remains a day to honor all the men and women who have served our country and are currently serving our country. There are over 20 million veterans currently living in America today, and over 800,000 in Pennsylvania. It's hard to fathom just how many veterans have affected our daily lives all around the country. Therefore, it is only fitting that there is a national holiday to honor them all.
Almost everyone in this school has a personal connection to a veteran. Please join us today and tomorrow reflecting on the service American veterans have given to our country, state, and community.
Last week, we made cards for Operation Thank You, a project organized by Forever Broadcasting Radio Network. These cards were created in social studies classes throughout the high school. They will be delivered to veterans in local assisted living and long-term care homes throughout Blair County and beyond. Handmade by students, the cards represent messages of appreciation to our veterans who previously served or continue to serve our country.
We also made cards to send to veterans dealing with both the trauma of their wounds in combat and the mental anguish caused by the fall of Afghanistan this year. A former student, Noah Worley, who is a veteran of Afghanistan operation, asked us to help lift the spirits of all American heroes by sending the cards and their words of encouragement and thanks to these veterans in Walter Reed Military Hospital.
There are many opportunities to participate in our community and further. Just to name a few, the Altoona Veterans Day Parade, held on Saturday, November 13th, 2021, will take place in downtown Altoona starting at 10:30 a.m. and ending at 12 p.m. The Pittsburgh Veterans Day Parade, hosted by the VFW Riders Group, District 29. Event starts on Thursday, November 11th, 2021 at 8 a.m. The parade will begin on 1930 Sydney Street, Pittsburgh, PA. On annual occasion, more than 100,000 veterans take part, so this parade isn't one to miss. Also on November 13th is the Arlington National Cemetery Salute to Veterans event. This is a walking tour through the hallowed ground of Arlington National Cemetery, America's largest and most famous military burial ground, taking place in Arlington, Virginia, starting at 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you can't make it to these events, but still want to help out in the community, Forever Broadcasting's Homeless Heroes is a stocking project to help collect essential items for veterans right here in our area, who have given so much to our nation but are struggling. Needed items include soap, gloves, shampoo, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, washcloths, plastic soap holders, and socks. If you are planning to donate, all items must be dropped off at the sponsor locations before Sunday, November 28th. For more information, visit foreveraltoona.com.
I'm Wayne Bush. I'm the primary security officer for the high school.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
I was in the U.S. Air Force.
What inspired you to join the military?
My goal was to get into the State Police Academy, and at the age of 17, I decided that I had to wait till I was 21 anyway to get into the State Police Academy, so I walked into the Air Force recruiter's office and asked him to put me in something that would help me, and he ended up putting me into what's now known as Security Forces. Back then it was called Security Police. It was the military police of the Air Force.
Do you have any advice for future soldiers?
When I talk to young people about going into the military, I tell them I wouldn't give up my military service for anything. It was some of the best years of my life. I ended up spending 8.5 years, with the last 6 months being on what we called Operation Stop Loss for the first Gulf War. I was actually supposed to get out in December of 1990, but I was held for an extra 6 months. Some of the best years of my life, but I tell young folks now that are thinking of going to the military, choose a career field that you can leave the military and walk into civilian life and get a job. My particular career field, there was no way I could leave the military and then get a job as a police officer. I had to go back to an academy. It was almost like starting from scratch. So if you choose something in the mechanical career field or computers, medical, you can usually leave the military, walk back into civilian life, and find employment pretty easily.
What do you want others to take away from Veterans Day?
Wow. I'm sure you'll explain this, but Veterans Day is different than Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a day where we remember our war, the folks that gave the ultimate sacrifice or were injured. Veterans Day is a day where we just kind of honor a different kind of sacrifice of all the folks that served or are serving. I don't know that a whole lot of people realize that when you join the military, you kind of, just to give you an example, one of my favorite master sergeants one time, I think I gave an opinion on something, and his words to me were, Staff Sergeant Bush, we are in the military to defend a democracy, not to exercise it. It's a different kind of lifestyle. There are sacrifices made, not just injuries and death. I mean, although everyone in the military signs up and kind of signs on the line and agrees to give that if it comes to that, but most people, Thanksgiving Day coming up, when most people are having dinner with their family, keep in mind there are tens of thousands of people all over the world, our military folks, who aren't sitting down with their family. There are men and women on submarines who aren't even seeing the daylight on that day. So it's a different kind of sacrifice. This is the day we remember their service. I don't think there's a country on earth that's given more, that has people that are willing to give of themselves like we do to preserve freedom no matter where people are seeking it. So we're lucky we still have young men and women who want to go into the service.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Adam Muir. I'm a midshipman at the United States Merchant Marine Academy, and as distinguished by my pin right here, I'm a midshipman, and I'm right now currently in the Individual Ready Reserves, and after graduation I'll get a commission in the United States Naval Reserves.
What inspired you to join the military?
Well, just seeing the sacrifice that everybody had to make by going to the military, and my grandfather was in the military, and I have many different ancestors in the Revolutionary and Civil War, and I just wanted to continue their legacy.
What do you think others should take away from Veterans Day?
I think what others should take away from Veterans Day is to just respect the military and kind of try to envision the sacrifice that they had to make in the military.
What branch of the military are you going into?
I want to go into the Navy.
Why?
I have a lot of family that was in the military. A few of them did Air Force, Coast Guard, but I just thought Navy would be really cool.
Hi, I'm Eli Wilt.
What branch of the military do you plan on going into?
I'm interested in going into the Air Force.
And what inspired you to go to the Air Force?
My uncle served in the Navy for about 20 years, and he told me to go to the Air Force instead.
What branch of the military you want to go into after high school?
The Air Force.
What inspired you?
Just family background in the military.
Attention all staff and students. In the next coming days, please check your email. There you will find a Google form to turn in photos of family, friends, and or loved ones who have served or are currently serving in our country. They will be hung up in the hallway.
Thank you all for celebrating Veterans Day with us.
The Holidays Brigade senior high school students and administration would like to thank all veterans for their bravery and service.